Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So guys, in today's video we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful exaggerated palazzo pants that has side pockets. If that's something you're interested in, then make sure to keep watching and let's get started. So yeah, I'm going to start by cutting out the front pattern first. So yeah, for this palazzo pants, the length that I'll be working with is measuring 45 inches, but yeah, it's going to have a band and the band is going to be measuring 1.5 inches. So yeah, when 1.5 is taken away from 45, we are left with 43.5 inches. I'll be adding 2 inches of allowance for folding, which gives us 45.5, and I'll be adding half inch to join the trouser to the band. So in total we should have our trouser measuring 46 inches. The next now will be to go ahead now and mark the crotch measurement. So my hip measurement is 36 divided by 4 gives 9 inches. So yeah, but then this pant is going to be a high-waisted pant, so I'll be adding 2 inches to give me 11. So I'm going to go ahead now to mark out 11 inches from my waistline, and I'm just going to go ahead to rule a straight line at that point, labeling it chest line CL. So yeah, now that I'm done with that, the next now will be to go ahead now to insert my measurement. So yeah, my actual measurement is 36 like I said before, divided by 4 gives 9 inch. But then since I want this to be an exaggerated palazzo pants, I'll be adding 3 inches. So 3 inches now added to that 9 inches gives us 12. So instead of 9 inch, I'll be measuring 12 inches there, and also measure 12 inch at the waistline, and this just to get a straight line there. So yeah, now to get the extension you'll be using there, you'll be working with your actual measurement. So when my actual measurement is divided by 4, we said it gives us 9. So further dividing 9 by 4 again gives 2, almost 2.5. So I'm marking 2.5 there. And here from the crotch line, I'm going to be marking 2 inches above the crotch line, and then I'm going to be connecting those 2 points together like so. The next now will be to go to the waistline, and I'll be coming down by 1 inch from the waistline there, and I'll be connecting it to the top of my fabric, to the top of the trouser. I hope you get what I mean, basically what you see me do. So yeah, that part is going to be perfectly straight. The next thing I'll be to cut out the pocketings. So I'll be coming in by 3 inches and coming down by 6 inches. So yeah, you can decide to come down by 7, depends on how open you want the pocket hole to be. So I'm just going to go ahead now to connect those 2 points like so in a slanty manner. And yeah, that's basically it for the front pattern. I'm just going to go ahead now and cut this out, but that part being perfectly straight. And then I'll just be separating the sides open. And yeah, that's basically it for the front pattern. The next thing now will be to go ahead and cut out the back pattern. So yeah, for the back pattern, I went ahead and I've placed the front pattern onto another fabric, and as you can see, the back pattern, sorry, is bigger than the front pattern. So yeah, just measure that part that we said is 2.5, and so we'll be adding 2.5 to the whole trouser length. I just hope you get what I mean. So adding 2.5 and then just rolling a straight line like so, and I'll be extending that crotch line so that it reflects on the back pattern, coming down by 1/2 inch there. So now before I create the crotch for the back pattern, the back pattern is going to be longer than the front pattern with 1.5 inch. That's because I'm not too thick. If you're someone that is thicker than me, then you make use of 2 inches. So yeah, mine I'm making use of 1.5, and we're just going to go ahead now to connect that 1.5 inches that we mark to our actual waist line. I hope you get what that means. So just slant it like so, and then I'm going to go ahead now to connect my crotch line like so, in a way that it just passes the tip of the front pattern like so, just intercepts at that point. And that's basically it for the back pattern. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out and also separate the sides. Yeah, that's basically it for our pattern. This is the front and this is the back. So yeah, the next now will be to cut out the pocketings. So yeah, for the pockets I have a square fabric here measuring 14 by 14 inches, and we have 2 pieces for the 2 sides of the pockets. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead now and place the pocketings right sides facing each other like so, and then I'll be picking one part of the front pattern and then just placing it on the pocketings like so. But then when placing the trouser on the pocketings, you should give an allowance of half inches at the pocketing, so the pocketing should be longer than the trouser by half of an inch. And I'm just going to go ahead now and cut out the same pattern that we have on the pocketing. Sorry, it's not that clear. I'm just going to cut out basically the same thing we have on the trouser onto the pocketings, and yeah, this is what it should look like. The next thing I'm going to do now will be to go ahead and attach the pocketings and the trouser together. So I'll be placing them right sides facing each other like so, and stitching by half of an inch. So after I was done stitching, this is what we have. I also went ahead to give it a top stitch. So yeah, now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead now to sew the pocketings by placing them wrong side facing each other. This is just to give it a neat finish. So place them wrong side facing each other and stitch by half of an inch. So after I was done stitching, this is what we have. I'm just going to go ahead now to turn the pocketings inside like so, so that when it is placed inside the trouser like so, we have the right side of the pocketings showing through the trouser and not the wrong side. So I'm just going to go ahead now and stitch that part down and also stitch that top down just to secure the pocketings and the trouser together. After I was done stitching, this is what we have, and this is how the pocket just looks neat inside the trouser. So yeah, the reason why we left that half inch above is just so we have enough fabric when we come to cut that part straight to reflect how the trouser was initially, so that we don't have shortage of fabric there. So now that's basically it, and you can see that when you measure back that extra part, we have our 3 inches back. So I went ahead and I did the same thing for the other parts of the trouser. I'm just going to go ahead now join the crotch together by placing them right sides facing each other like so, and then head over to the sewing machine to sew by half of an inch. After I was done sewing, this is what we have. Yeah, so the next now will be to go ahead now and join the front and the back pattern together. So I'll be placing each part of the back to its corresponding front pattern. I hope you get what I mean, right sides facing each other. So yeah, place them like so, and place the other also, and then I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and stitch by half of an inch. Just stitch from bottom to the top, and also do the same thing for the other side also. And after I was done stitching, this is what we have. So when it's open, just kind of as if it's a skirt. So we have one side of the back, the front, and also one side of the back also. So the next thing now will be to work on the band. Like we said, the length of the band is measuring 1.5 multiplied by 2 gives 3 inches. Adding 1 inch of allowance gives us 4. So we have our band here measuring 4 inches in width. And for the length, my waist measurement I'm working with is 25 inches. So I'll be adding 1 inch of allowance, so giving me 26. So I have my fabric here measuring 13 because it's on fold. So when it's open, we'll be having 26 inches. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead now and mark and notch the middle of the band like so, and then I'm just going to open it up like so. So from that middle of the band, I want to mark out the sides of my band. So my measurement, like I said, is 25. So now 25 divided by 4 gives us 6.5, or sorry, 6.25. So I'm going to go ahead now and mark out 6.25 by this side and 6.25 by the other side also. And I'm just going to go ahead now to just notch those points like so. Yeah, and we're done with the band. So now I'm just going to go ahead now and iron interfacing onto the band just to give it a bit of stability. After I was done ironing interfacing, this is what we have. So yeah, the next thing now will be to go ahead now and attach the band to the trouser itself. So yeah, to do that, we have our band and we have all our points that we've notched. So yeah, for the middle parts that we notched, I'm just going to be pinning our crotch, that's our front crotch, to that middle part that we notched like so, making use of my safety pin to pin it down like so. I'll be doing the same thing for the side. So yeah, the parts where I join the front and the back, I'm also going to be pinning it to that other notched point there, and also pinning the other part also to that notch point there. And now that we're done pinning, you can see how the trouser is kind of does not settle on the band here. So now I'm just going to go ahead now to mark points where I want the pleats to be, because we are going to be pleating the trouser onto the band. So for mine, I'm making use of 2.5 inches. So you're just basically marking 2.5 inches for the first pleat and 5 inches there for the second pleat. So now I'm just going to go ahead now and pleat the trouser itself to all those points that we marked. So just pleat it there and then secure it down with safety pins, pleating it and secure it down with safety pins. So you have pleated that one, I'll be securing down with safety pin. I'm going to go ahead now and pleat the other one and also secure it down with safety pin. So basically I'm just going to go ahead now and continue pleating and pleating. So after I was done pleating the front, now the next thing will be to pleat the back. So I'll be joining the ends of the trouser and the band together like so, pinning them down. And I'm also going to go ahead and mark out the points where I want the pleats to be also for the back, 2.5 and 5, and then I left my 1/2 inch for our sewing, our joining. So you're just pleating it like so and then pinning it down with safety pins, pleating it down and pinning it down with safety pins. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pleat this onto the band like so. After I was done pleating it, you can see how the trouser now settles. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew by 1/2 inch. After I was done sewing by 1/2 inch, this is what we have. The next thing will be to close the band up. So I'm going to be folding the band by 1/2 inch like so, and then that part that we notched should just lie at the front crotch like so. So just close it up like so. Make use of your safety pin to just secure it down, and basically just fold it by 1/2 inch all through the waistline there. And then I'm just going to go ahead now and stitch all through the waistline to close the bands up. After I was done stitching, this is what we have. You can see how the band looks so neat. Yeah, so the next thing will be to go ahead and work on the back crotch. So I went ahead and I placed the back like so, right sides facing each other. I'm going to go ahead now to mark where I want the zipper to stop, because I'm inserting a zipper. I'm going to go ahead now to sew by 1/2 inch from the bottom to that marked point, so that we have the top open to insert our zipper. So I'm going to be making use of an invisible zipper, just inserting my zipper there. After I was done, this is what we have. I've inserted the zipper and I've also sewn it. So now I'm just going to turn the trouser to the wrong side like so, so that we have both legs separated now. So I'm going to go ahead now to just stitch by 1/2 inch all round. And after I'm done stitching, I'm going to go ahead now to hem the ends of the trouser by folding 1 inch in and further folding 1 inch also, because we gave 2 inches of allowance, and just stitch round. After I was done, this is what we have, looking all beautiful. Like, I'm obsessed with this trouser. Like, it looks so pretty. I've hemmed the legs and this is how it's looking. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you learned. If you did, do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on our future video. You can do well to try this out and send me pictures to my Instagram. So yeah, our next video is going to be on how I made the shirts that I paired up with the trouser, and I'm sure you don't want to miss out on that. So yeah, do make sure you are subscribed and your notification bells are turned on. Thank you guys for watching once again. Bye bye, and see you in my next video.